lament. Master, my combat efficiency rating is down 4.27 points from my previous self-diagnostic. In organic terms, I am losing my edge. If this decline continues, I will be unable to function in less than 2 standard months.
There must be some way to fix you. Just need to figure out what's wrong.
Hypothesis. I believe the reason for my inefficiency is due to unfulfilled subroutines still running in my processors. My Imperial programmer's commands were quite thorough. Failure to delete high-ranking organic troublemakers in Republic space is having a detrimental effect on me.
If deleting a major troublemaker will save you, we could always take out a Supreme Chancellor or two. They're pretty useless.
Refusal. Unfortunately, Master, your current Supreme Chancellor does not fit my target profile. Incompetence is not the same thing as active troublemaking. Strategizing. I cannot perform commands in direct violation of my master's loyalties. I must find another way to correct this system's failure. In the meantime, any activity using my combat processors will slow further degradation. I recommend immediate and vigorous deletions, Master.
Thanks for letting me stay on with your crew, Captain. I plan to be a very generous queen to all my friends.
I can see we're gonna get along just fine, your high exaltedness.
Don't start with that. Risha will do fine. For now. Every captain needs a good first mate. Corso doesn't know what it takes to run a starship. But I do. Considering the light years you've been racking up, I suggest a hyperdrive overhaul and a sublight engine tune-up. Which do you want first?
The last thing we need is to get stranded in deep space. Keep my hyperdrive hyper.
Consider it done. I'll be indispensable before you know it. Bet you were surprised to see I can hold my own in a fight. I'm pretty good with a blaster. My father taught me to shoot when I was 4 years old.
My kid will be born with a blaster in one hand and credits in the other.
Sorry, I was just imagining you with a child. Father wanted me self-sufficient as early as possible. Said I'd need it to survive. He was right. I still remember the day he told me he was going to sleep for a while. Said I was on my own.
Nock was in that carbonite for a decade. Weren't you still counting birthdays on one hand?
I was 11. Made my first solo hyperspace jump and flew to Dantooine. Father had a hideout there. Talk about your one bantha planets. For a few years, Dantooine's population was doubled thanks to me and Father frozen in carbonite.
You talk a lot about Nock, but you've never mentioned your mother.
She died when I was young. I don't remember her. Looking back, I should have been miserable. But it was just a big adventure. Speaking of which, we're overdue for some more excitement. What do you say we get back to our latest caper? Looks like we've got a call coming in, Captain. Let me put it through.
Captain! Such a pleasure to see your lovely face again.
Darmis Polarin, right? From Coruscant?
I'm touched to remember. You've come so far since then, with very little to work with. I have a business proposition for you, but I'd rather discuss it face to face. Come to Port Nowhere, Captain. Floating cantina not far from you. I'll send the specs.
Seems like a safe location, Captain. But we need to be careful. The Imperials are getting more gutsy. There's nowhere in Republic space that's safe anymore.
Thanks for the heads up.
I'm serious. I caught a signature when we were on Nar Shaddaa that looked like the Void Wolf.
Someone I should know about?
The man's a monster. Grand Admiral Haradax Kirill, former slaver, scourge of the Outer Rim and all-round charmer. My father always kept a close eye on him. The Void Wolf's got delusions of taking over the underworld, handing it to the Empire wrapped in riband.
Then let's hit Port Nowhere fast and see if we can get out of his way.
Captain, I never thought I'd see you here. Thought you were too good for a small-time crooks in Port Nowhere. Once you got your hands on Nocdrayan's ship, woohoo! Can I buy you a drink? Get some pointers? I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Careful, you're drooling on the rug there, buddy.
Actually, I am not the only one who's been waiting.
So, I've been hearing your name for a while now. Almost as long as you've been hearing mine. Logan. They call me the Butcher. You lost a blaster shipment of mine some time back, and I don't remember ever getting an apology. How about it, Captain? You know how to say I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, but Skobik was the man to blame for that, and he's dead.
Plenty of blame to go around. I'm generous that way. No one steals from me and lives, girl. And don't try to change my mind. You're not my type. And you're not running away this time. My men have your hangar locked down tight.
What were the blasters worth? I'll make it up to you.
Too little, too late. Too bad. All right, open season. 100,000 credits to the man who brings me that pretty head.
Done deal, boss. Start moving the funds.
me or I'd leave.
Captain, good thing you're prompt, or I'd be a dead man. The second we got off the link, Rogan's men turned up.
I hear you stopped them single-handedly. I wouldn't want your life, Captain, but it's rather a thrill to watch.
This is Senator Bevera Dodana. I work with her now. Rah-rah! Hail the Republic! Etc., etc.
What's a senator want with someone like you?
I've been investigating how the Republic can make better use of independent-minded soldiers of freedom.
Which is why Rogan tried to shut us down. He's an Imperial lackey. This whole criminal empire answers directly to Imperial command.
There's an Imperial fleet waiting out there. Rogan's men were going to deliver us to the Imperials.
This isn't that guy, is it? The slaver with the stupid name?
The Void Wolf, and I wouldn't say that to his face. My father didn't fear much, but he never messed with the Void Wolf.
He's got contacts in every major gang. Rogan's one of his biggest assets.
I'll find him. You've got my word on that.
And if you accept my offer, you won't have to take him on alone. The Republic is looking for men and women of action, patriots without the restriction of a trooper's uniform. How would you like a commission from the Galactic Senate, authorizing you as a privateer naval captain, tasked to target Imperial forces at will?
What's the catch?
We can't support you openly, but I think those are the kinds of missions you prefer. It's a straightforward deal. We give you targets, cargo, the job we need done, and all the support we can covertly provide. In return, we look the other way about any laws you break, or private gains you make along the way.
A fancy badge won't get you out of paying for my services.
Don't worry, the Republic will see you well compensated. Our top target right now is Balmorra, one of the most likely hotspots for open war to be declared.
Skip the politics, just tell me what I can sell.
Balmorra is the richest producer of droids and military technology in the known galaxy. And now it's occupied by the Empire. We need someone to go behind enemy lines and divert a payload of dangerous prototype weapons. Put them in our hands, not the Empire's.
Anything else I should know?
I can transmit some background.
Empire! Empire!
Imperial fleet decloaked, port side! No! Ah! Starboard side! They're all around us!
It's the Void Wolf! Ah!
Get your ship. Get back to Coruscant. You two, get out of here. I'll try to jump this whole tub before they board us. Go!
I think we made it through before the noose tightened. I'm glad you did the same. Of all my fantasies of you, shackled as an Imperial captive was never my favorite. I'll stay and make sure Port Nowhere doesn't land in any more of Rogan's or the Void Wolf's little parties. You can think of her as a safe harbor.
Thanks for letting me in on this.
I couldn't think of anyone better to suggest to the Senator. And don't think this is all about serving the Republic, either. There's a fortune to be made in this war. An enterprising individual could end up with a criminal empire to rival Rogan.
Rival Rogan? I'm gonna annihilate him.
You really aren't an easy woman to live with, are you?
You don't know the half of it.
There's a power vacuum in the underworld where the big name's gone. Not Dre and the Hatchet Ivory. But I have a feeling you'll be up there one day. Just keep in mind, when you're on Balmorra, the opportunities are there. You just have to take them.
What was it like?
I gotta ask you, Captain. Why are you doing this? Before Dodonna, you've had no ties to the Republic. There's gotta be places you could make credits without taking Imperial fire. So why do we keep heading straight into the war zones?
More cash. And more fun, if you're under live fire.
I got the feeling it was maybe more than that. When I came home from the brigade with Torchy, my old man told me something that's always stuck with me. Minute you fire a weapon, someone's getting hurt. It's your responsibility to make sure the good you do with it outweighs that harm.
When a firefight goes down, who's got time to do that much thinking?
I try to. Before Skavik took Torchy, I made sure she only fired against Separatists. Figured everyone I took down was one less family murdered. Sergeant Boom Boom, I like to use against the Empire. Buy a Republic world another day of peace. Makes pulling the trigger that much more meaningful, you know? Captain, I just got some real good news. Somebody attempted to access Vidu's old bank accounts from Tatooine.
Why are we excited? Was he trying to buy me a gift or something?
It means somebody's still alive. Vidu's crew was like a family to me. First one after mine were killed. I didn't think any of them survived Skavik and Serena. I don't know what they'd be doing on Tatooine.
I'm guessing you see a trip to Tatooine in our future.
That'd be a real favor, Captain. The only one with access to the accounts was our slicer. Twi'lek kid. Called himself Jettison. Good guy. Makes me wonder what got him so desperate he tried to take a loan from a dead man's accounts. We should go as soon as we can.
Where'd the attempt come from? Anchorhead?
From what I can tell, the access attempt came from some village, way off the beaten path. No name or anything. Really makes me wonder what he's doing out there.
Suit yourself.
Let's have us some fun, Captain.
Do you have a minute? We're looking for a stranger in your village.
A Twi'lek kid called Jettison. I got a call from him, place from here.
No strangers here. They don't like them, if you're smart. Don't be one.
What's wrong? What's going on behind that shield?
Busy. Busy time. It's feast day, you know. Taste just like Bantha.
Tell us where the kid is before I have to get mean.
I'm not one of them. Don't hurt me. I'm a stranger here, too. They kidnapped me to be their doctor. They collar me at nights. There's something wrong with this place.
What is it? Don't be afraid.
The people. They're crazy. They worship the desert. Burn sacrifices to her. And I've treated them, dozens of them, for the laughing sickness. There's only one way to get that. Eating human flesh.
Set 2 more fires. These strangers will be fresh meat tonight.
Corso there's all muscle, stringy. And I have it on good authority that I'm bad for the heart.
You mock us. You have no idea what it takes to survive in the desert. Her gifts are few. It is blasphemy to waste any flesh she provides.
Are you seriously trying to justify this?
Kill them! Save the organs!
into town!
Corso? Is that you? How did you... I didn't think I would ever... Oh, I heard they took in strangers who were new to the planet. And they locked me up and... Were they gonna eat me?
They're gone. They won't be hurting anyone again.
How did you end up here, Jed? I thought Serena got the whole crew.
I had the sec cameras wired to my comm. I saw it all go down. Started running and I didn't stop until I hit Tatooine. I was trying to start over. After what Serena did, I've been too scared to go in anyone's systems. It was kind of a game for me, working for Vidu. It never really hit home to me that we were committing crimes. That people could die.
You work for a man like Vidu. You're not in it for the retirement package.
I never thought about it. The HoloNet just always came easy to me, you know? And now everyone I know's dead. Then I'm in this forsaken wasteland, and... Corso, is there anything...
Don't worry, Jet. We'll take care of you. Won't we, Captain?
If you want to do right by the kid, who am I to argue?
Go to Anchorhead. Should be some people there who owe me and the Captain a good turn. I'll try to set you up with some legit work. I think you've had enough of the wild side.
I'll say. Thank you, Corso. I can't think of anyone from the old crew I'd rather have find me. There's no one more loyal than Corso, Captain. You're lucky to have him.
Welcome home, Master. I hope you find your vessel a model of efficiency, convenience, and...
Captain, who'd have thought when we met on Coruscant that I'd be calling you today with a formal Republic briefing? Senator Dodonna is eager to see how you handle your first mission. Balmorra was once the Republic's main supplier of everything military. Until the Empire moved in and the Senate voted to turn tail and run, which left the Empire holding everything the Republic had commissioned for Project Nebula.
You've got a brilliant plan, right?
The Empire is sending the complete Project Nebula munitions shipment to their front lines. These are prototypes of top-of-the-line capital ships, ion cannons, cluster missiles. The Republic doesn't stand a chance against them. Unless you can get in somehow and divert the Nebula shipment to Palisade Station, a Republic base off Corellia.
Been a while since I broke a sweat. Might be fun.
Then let me add a little spice. Once you've got the Nebula shipment, can the Republic really make you hand it over? A smart operator might sell the prototypes back to them piece by piece. Not that I'm the one who told you. Now, your contact on the ground is one of the rebels, Newman Brock. Check in with him when you land in Bugtown. Hats off if you can do this thing, Captain.
See ya.
Ready when you are.
Greetings, Captain. I am C6RR, the Class 6 protocol droid in the service of Newman Brock. My master most often refers to me as Sixer. I believe he sees it as an affectionate nickname.
Sorry, buddy. I'm on a schedule.
Master Newman! Master Newman, the, visitor you were expecting has arrived.
So, what brings you to Balmorra, Captain? Other than the Fat Republic payoff. They're so busy hiding behind treaties, they're handing out credits like candy. I mean, folks like you and me can make a killing.
I was told there's some horrific weapons of death and destruction the Republic doesn't want the Imperial Army getting its hands on.
The same Republic who walked out on us when the Void Wolf sent his death squads? Doesn't exactly buy them the moral high ground.
I should warn you, Captain. Many find the Republic's abandonment a bit of a sore spot.
Though Republic intel did point us to the Nebula shipment, came through an SIS double agent. Codename, Golden.
I never trust a man with a code name.
He's given us some of our best information. Without him, we wouldn't have taken Bugtown. But we need to be extremely careful in our communications. Codes, dead drops, no face-to-face contact. We've got a payment due. In return, he says he's got a location for the Nebula shipment. I need you to make the drop-off.
I get the feeling this is a lot more complicated than you make it sound. You think?
The last agent we sent never came back. The Imperials held a public execution. So you'll need to hit a series of decoy dead drops to flesh out any tales before you go to the Okara droid factory for the real deal.
Should I just follow the signs for traitorous double agent dead drop?
I'll transmit the decoy points. The real drop-off is in the Okara droid factory.
Oh, and the probe droids, Master Newman. Don't forget the probe droids.
Right. If you see a probe droid, take it down before it can transmit, or you'll have half a division on you. Once you find the drop in the Okara droid factory, leave the payment and pick up the data file Golden left.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
Senate is filled with morons to let a planet like this go.
This is Imperial property. Freeze!
If I listen, does that mean you won't shoot me? Because that seems out of character.
Good point. Don't we usually shoot them anyway?
Shut up! Spar, you take point here. Try to take them alive.
You didn't say please. You want to take out the rest of these idiots? We need to talk privately.
He's on the wrong girl.
I'll let you take credit here. These aren't bodies I need on my name.
Am I the only one here who's really confused?
I want access to Moff Tyrek, and I'll pay any price you name to get it. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Guess the right number, and I'll see what I can do.
I'm not looking to hire you. I'm here because you're making secret deliveries from Bugtown to Moff Tyrek, Imperial Commander of the 63rd Armored Infantry Division. If he's working for the Resistance, I want to know why.
Let's get back to that pay any price part.
I will give the Republic all I know of the Empire's plans here, as payment for Moff Tyrek.
I could see things your way, for the right money.
My money is gone, and all I have to trade is information. Think about it and contact me later. For now, I'm going to stay out of sight.
Oh dear, Captain. I cannot say how relieved I am to see you. After you left, Master Newman went to meet with some resistance fighters and he never made it back.
Is it true the payment was for an Imperial moth?
What were... Oh, yes, the double agent. Off Tyrak, indeed. You seem to be in one piece, so I trust that went well. Great sakes! I've just intercepted an Imperial data stream. A foot patrol caught Master Newman and the others. They're taking them to Camp Vigil.
Tell me how I can help.
Are you offering to rescue Master Newman? I knew you were a good sort. You can always trust a droid on these things. Master Newman has a pair of field disruptors he intended to use to break our people out. If you were to smuggle them to him now, he could stage a massive prison break from inside. The Empire will be humiliated.
I suppose this prison has a convenient back entrance. Laundry service? Off-site catering?
Master Newman has cultivated contacts among those Camp Vigil guards with weaknesses for stims and other restricted imports. If you make his deliveries to the corrupt guards, you should be able to gain access to the camp, if not the prison itself.
These guys are probably trying to hide their habits, right?
I'll give you IDs on the guards, and we'll hide the field disruptors in your clothes. And you're ready to go. Just head for Sobrik. Camp Vigil is just inside. I believe Private Wick's on duty at the entrance tonight. I'm sure you'll find a way to convince him to let you in.
This is the best part of my week. This is the best part of my week. Oh, man. I thought I was gonna have to start buying from the huts.
I've got the package you're expecting.
What? Oh, thank the Emperor. Or someone. I'm almost out. Are you taking over for Newman? I saw they got him last night. He really didn't like the delousing. You better get out of here before they throw you in, too.
Not to confuse you, but that's kind of our goal.
Newman's going to save himself by giving up his buyers. You've got to let me in so I can keep him quiet.
Oh, no. They'll kill me if they find out I'm getting stims from the Resistance. Half our unit will be executed.
If he spills, he puts me out of business, too. Work with me.
Okay, just make sure he didn't tell anyone, okay? My dad thinks I'm doing really good with this job.
You know, the Republic could use a nice, dim, corrupt... On second thought, stick with what you got.
Just try to keep this quiet, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. Also, loud noises give me a real headache.
It's on the wrong girl.
Huh.
Keep your head down. Security's tight inside the camp.
Do Mandalorians not learn how to say hello?
Sekoigar. It also means I'm surprised you're still alive. Better? I've scouted the cells here. Security uses a two-man guard team as precaution against corruption. Neither one of us will be able to get in alone.
Does this have something to do with that Moff Tyrak?
One of my clan members is imprisoned here. I'm going to free him. Every patrol has an access code for one of 2 terminals needed to enter the prison. You take out the patrols here and get their code. I'll get the other and meet you at the terminal.
I have the codes.
Now we need to enter them simultaneously into both terminals. When we're in, meet me at cell 665. My clan brother is there. Help me free him, and I'll assist you with whatever you need.
Let's do it.
Go quickly. The codes change often. Who are you, old man? What happened to the Mandalorian who was supposed to be in this cell?
What? He was executed this morning.
Executed?
Oh, Mandalorian on the warpath.
You do what you need to. I owe you that much. But anyone you want out of here better be gone in 5 minutes. Because I am going to destroy this place.
This is your last mistake.
Let's get out of here. This place is about to blow.
What? You brought my field disruptors? Give me 2 seconds and I will give you a thanks like you've never seen. How'd you get in here? How did you even know to come? I can honestly say there is no one I would rather be looking at right now.
Field disruptors first, thanks later.
Right. Let's each take one of these and start busting cages. Free as many as you can, and I'll take charge of getting everyone safely to the base. Call me when you're done. We should find time to do this properly. You know, food, candlelight. Good luck, Captain.
Saved my life. They were gonna kill me tomorrow. Long live the Resistance. Long live the Resistance. Long live the Resistance. Thank you. Thank you. Saved my life. They were gonna kill me tomorrow.
Captain, I don't know who you got to rig Camp Vigil, but that place is gonna burn for weeks. We've been checking Imperial communications. They're going crazy. It's the first time they've been seriously scared we could win. They're talking about bringing back the Void Wolf to contain us.
The Void Wolf, huh? Not the most popular guy at parties.
Yeah, I don't know what we'd do if he came, but it sure feels good to hear those bullies crying for Papa. Oh, so I had a chance to go through the files you got from Golden, and I've got great news. He's acquired the access codes for the research base where the Nebula shipment is being stored.
Isn't Golden really some Imperial moth?
Moff Tyrak. The SIS are still congratulating themselves on getting a mole that high. Now, normally, the Empire's research bases are crawling with soldiers like deck flies on dung. But today, they're grabbing every warm body to retake Sobrik and Camp Vigil. There'll never be a better time to strike.
We're thinking frontal assault?
They're leaving mostly droid defenses at the base, which are coordinated from a few different command posts. If you can plant slicer spikes into the terminals at all the posts, it should open all the internal doors, leave you just the droids to get past.
Droids always seem to like me.
I wouldn't count on these droids having much personality. They're heavy war droids, a Balmorra specialty. Good luck, Captain. And if you get that shipment, keep the Resistance in mind, okay? We could use a few of those weapons.
Wrong girl. Ready to roll.
Are you the Republic agent? I must be extracted at once. I am Moff Tyrek. My cover is blown. I require an armed escort to Republic territory and an immediate flight off-planet.
I believe you said there was a valuable munitions shipment stored here?
Well, I couldn't risk the Republic abandoning me, could I? How was I supposed to know Imperial intelligence would start asking where I got my custom land speeders? That's my private property. Questionable spending practices, they said. Unsustainable on my current salary, they said.
Do you know where I can get the payload or not?
The Republic promised if I ever got caught, they'd extract me, and I would retire on the gold beaches of Corellia with full immunity. Now, make this impertinent vixen stop asking me questions and get on with my extraction.
Oh, no.
Your reliable source here decided to lie to save his own skin.
Did you think I'd let them kill me over a few lousy mansions on Hadessa?
The deal was for you to get us the Nebula shipment, Tyrek. You go with the captain and get those prototypes to Palliser Station, or all bets are off.
What exactly are you suggesting?
You need to work together. He can guide you and provide the security codes to divert the shipment.
I was fleeing for my life. Did you really expect me to... Oh, fine. I'll check my data pad. My assistant handled that sort of thing. Munitions delivery, A-16. Fleet escort. That's the one. It leaves from the Balmorra Arms Factory ship depot. Today.
Does your little pad have an inventory list? Maybe a value in credits?
If you're looking for a market, I know resistance families with old money. According to the communiques we've tapped, the Nebula shipment is going on droid-piloted tugs. So, if you can launch them before that fleet escort shows up, you should be able to reprogram the droid pilots to fly anywhere.
What kind of force have they got guarding this thing?
It's the Balmorra Arms Factory. Half the Imperial military is stationed there. I'd go in low and slow.
Naya memgen kalikam. Nam karak naya memak. Kiperum. Chin nampa al anam. Nek kam.
And we better stick Tyrek in disguise, probably as a servant.
A servant?
Suck it up, princess.
Then you can all meet up at the arms factory and show the Imperials what this resistance is made of.
Kukakari. Nuli umnok. Memyakari bawa.
This is a weapons factory, right? It occurs to me we might be slightly outgunned by the Empire.
You're here. I thought you'd abandoned me. Those incompetent soldiers you left me with are all dead. I suggested a shortcut past Imperial Barracks, and they had the gall to blame me. Me! When they went and got themselves killed, leaving me undefended.
You really think they died just to inconvenience you?
Well, they certainly didn't fight like they understood the stakes. I'm a wanted man. Your precious nebula shipment is down that way. I'll, wait here while you do whatever you're doing with it. This has been harrowing enough already. I mean, I've ordered plenty of deaths, but I've never had to watch.
Are there passcodes, or do I just break down the door?
Oh, right. The passcodes. It's, 8693211. Oh, and before you go, do you think you can bring me some water? I'm parched. Maybe a blaster, just in case.
If this goes well, I'll be back in a minute. If not, we're both dead anyway.
Oh, don't say that. I hate death, especially mine.
Off to Port Nowhere. I bet Rogan the Butcher's never swiped a haul that big.
I think even my father would be impressed.
Is this the one?
Yes. No. She's an authorized repair tech sent by High Command.
Surrender. You are in violation of the laws of the Sith Empire.
I'm sure we can find some wiggle room in those laws, right?
The laws of the Empire are inviolate.
This isn't my fault. I was being helpful. I was scouting for guards.
Well, it seems you found them.
Silence! Men, kill them!
Thank me later.
Used on the wrong girl.
keep doing that. I have saved your life. In return, I demand you turn over Moff Tyrek. I have hunted this man for 5 years, ever since his command saw my entire clan executed as traitors. It was a lie. They served the Empire with honor. What did you seek to gain with their deaths?
Tell the truth.
It's not really ringing any bells. But my assistant handles most of that sort of paperwork.
But why did you do it? Why conspire against them?
If I get an execution order, I always sign it. Better the wrong men dead than a traitor left alive, right?
This cannot be him. Where is the real Moff Tyrek? This sadistic Imperial puppet master?
In my experience, the world's a messy place. People die, usually with no good reason.
No, this can't be. My clan deserves vengeance. They must have their names cleared, the blood of their enemies used to purify their dishonorable deaths.
Revenge is always unsatisfying. Even if you succeed, you're left with nothing.
Can we leave now? I have tickets to the Palowick Opera on Nar Shaddaa tonight.
No, I demand my blood rights.
I'm not buying the "I didn't realize murder is bad" excuse.
You are not who I imagined, and for that I will show mercy. He did not suffer. I am not often at a loss for words, but I had not thought where to go once my search ended. Are you looking for an extra gun?
I can't offer you a clan, but you have a place with me as long as you want it.
And I cannot give you my loyalty. But while I am with you, I will serve you well. I did not forget my promise of a payment for bringing me the Moff. What would you have of me?
Payment in credits. Think of a big number, and then double it.
As you like. I will wait for you at your ship.
Heal.
Goodbye.
Let's do this. It's dark and dirty, but not the worst Republic base I've ever visited. Rhodia still holds the title.
My goodness, Captain. It is a relief to see you hale and hearty after everything you've been through. Master Newman, the Captain has returned.
Are you sure you're not Balmorran, Captain? I can't name one person who's done more for the Resistance. The Imperials are going nuts about losing the Nebula shipment. I didn't know the Emperor let them use that kind of language.
They're not going through your towns and killing every man taller than a vibroblade, right?
They did that already. Luckily, we grow them short and feisty. I just hope the Republic is willing to sell us some of it back. We need those Nebula prototypes.
What would you give me if I got you your prototypes?
I should have known you wouldn't tamely turn over that kind of payload. Send me the price later. Right now, maybe back at...
I really should get back to my ship.
You break my heart, Captain. But it's nothing a little solder won't fix. Thanks again for everything you've done.
Where can I find an Azothian milk bath?
Goodbye, Captain.
Captain, Senator Dodonna asked me to call you for a progress report. The Republic's hearing plenty about a missing Imperial ammunition shipment, but nothing's turned up at Palace Air Station.
It should be arriving at Port Nowhere any moment now.
Oh, I love the smell of piles of credits. Well, if the Nebula prototypes somehow turn up here, you don't have to worry about them finding good and rich new homes. In the meantime, the Senator wants you to head to Hoth. Frozen ice chunk, off on the Outer Rim. I don't know the full situation, something about a pirate superweapon, but I'm sure Senator Dodonna will brief you when you arrive. Pack warmly.
Announcement. Good news, Master. I have discovered an exploitable flaw in my Imperial programming. My efficiency-reducing subroutine only specifies I delete high-ranking troublemakers in Republic space. The exact political affiliation is undefined. By deleting troublemakers who fit my target profile, I can restore my functions to full efficiency and benefit the Republic. Win-win.
Who do we have to delete to save your chassis from the scrap pile?
Revelation. After thorough research, I have identified 3 potential candidates. I predict you will not object to my deleting at least one of them. First briefing. Lord Cineris is the Empire's top assassin, personally deleting 49 Republic officials. His current assignment is the Senator from Ord Mantell. I will follow the Senator closely. When Lord Cineris makes his move, I will be there to delete him.
Sounds like he isn't just an assassin. He's a fanatic. Give me everything you have on this man.
Description. Lord Cineris possesses keen intelligence, impressive physicality, and is committed to developing exciting new deletion techniques. My kind of organic. Second briefing. Hinto Salisbury is a major Republic defense contractor. He is also a traitor who sells military secrets to the Empire. Salisbury spent his ill-gotten credits constructing an allegedly impregnable space station. I will expose its one security flaw by deleting him.
I count at least 4 good reasons to delete this man, starting with his stupid name.
Speculation. Had I known your permission could be obtained so easily, I might have padded my target list with Corellians. Third briefing. Ambassador Dak Heron is an Imperial diplomat recruiting unaligned Outer Rim systems to join the Empire. He is surprisingly successful at it. Slow-thinking organics adore Ambassador Heron for his charm, generosity, and open-mindedness. The Republic will only benefit from his deletion.
Only the Empire targets peaceful negotiators for assassination.
Hypothetical. Would you rather delete one ambassador or millions of new enemies joining the Empire? Calculate carefully, Master. Summation. Deleting any of the targets I described would fulfill my programming and terminate my efficiency-reducing subroutines. As my master, you should direct my efforts. Who shall I delete? The Sith assassin, the Republic traitor, or the Imperial diplomat?
That defense contractor thinks he's above the law. Show him otherwise.
Guarantee. Rest assured, I will deliver a visual feast of fiery retribution. Farewell. To fulfill my programming, I must complete this mission alone. I will return once the troublemaker has been dealt with.
I see you're back in one piece. How are your systems doing?
Report. I have finally terminated my efficiency-reducing subroutine, and the galaxy contains one less troublemaker. Qualification. I only wish my deletion techniques had not been so subpar. I measured an abysmal 52.09% efficiency.
Maybe you'll feel better after crossing the other 2 troublemakers off your list.
Resignation. Unfortunately, both men have relocated while I was otherwise engaged. If the Maker wills me a second shot, I promise to take it. Assertion. When I finish recompiling my combat processor algorithms, my deletion techniques will elevate substantially. Suggestion. Inflicting a few well-deserved deletions should greatly speed along that process, Master.
Guns don't get hurt if you sell them. You have something to tell me?
Akakasina. Eki ba bakala. Chukone madada karavina jarurochi. Amari mita wichue yogyo o sharina munjuta mari sate samata chochi satase. Ajuda sa bose satarita saja reda baberik elemo mulakatam mateeka.
Since I haven't woken up with a vibroblade stuck in me, I'm guessing you haven't accepted their offers.
Chagarela lungo pamukor Norway. Apaxio tranos vaditasi. Inda nakyo che sharakipi karine mamadada panitemini pagedatachi. Ano jovicho ajo pania Maria yoda. Rokana kara reyam checheim vadukamya karechi.
Do you have a more accurate count of how many people you've killed defending me? How bad has this gotten?
Ticho, dastivicho baprastuto si misinye. Kini chato lordo jivima mamumotat nubroda. Pibokachi no kakishichachik. Trana parabora nabalale. Na, aitan, sudia mamenti mamani. Abaka, viketa karkavo bebapatasi. Somwichori tatasida.
I know I should be angry you did this behind my back, but honestly, I'm too amused by the whole thing. Keep up the good work.
Adesamam, sampati mutta pagame todo loko sotechi. Nubagami, nagara maremitroni, asangita, pakisha komamesi.
I will not be with you long. Do not begin to think I am yours. This is a convenient arrangement, that is all.
Doesn't mean we can't chat while you're here, right? Share a few secrets, shed a few tears?
I have no clan. What more do you need to know? I will travel with you as long as our interests coincide. Your crew has welcomed me. I did not expect that.
We've got an open-door policy.
It was not a coincidence I came to you on Balmorra. Your name is famous among bounty hunters for the price both Skavik and Rogan put on you. I wanted to see who was worth so many credits.
What can I say? My fans are generous.
Greedy men are willing to throw away fortunes on you. But I value more than credits. I would not give this up for a bounty.
Sometimes I can't believe you actually got back my crown. Do you know how many spacers died looking for it? Don't take this the wrong way, but when we first met, I thought you'd end up like all the others.
I'll always beat the odds. You can count on that.
Why do you think I stayed with you? I'm hoping some of that luck rubs off. What I'm really saying is, thanks. I wouldn't be where I am without you.
You don't have to thank me, Risha. We're not business partners anymore.
That's all the more reason to say something. Anyway, didn't mean to slow us down. I'm sure we have plenty to do. I think I figured out why we get along so well, Captain. We're both restless people. It's how we survive. Trouble loves us, and we just keep on moving. Eventually, Trouble gets tired of following and gives up.
There's always more trouble where that came from.
Exactly. Isn't it wonderful? There wasn't nearly enough trouble growing up on Dantooine. After being a crime lord's daughter, sitting around got dull real quick. I had a big library of holo recordings from my father, but I could only watch them so many times.
When things get dull, I just start shooting. Works like a charm.
I tried that, but Cathhounds are so stupid. I never got them to chase me. By the time I was 14, I'd had enough. I buried Father's carbonite chamber someplace safe and hit the hyperlanes with a new identity. Those were good times. I met Juran and Adila, got mixed up with Beryl Thorne, lived a life of crime.
Every time I see some idiot scrubbing tables at a cantina, I think of how lucky I am.
Normal jobs are for people who aren't smart enough to earn a real living. I'm starting to enjoy these chats, but I'm feeling restless. Let's go find some trouble.
You think about it at all? That craziness back on Tatooine? What makes a person desperate enough to start seeing his fellow men as meat?
People go crazy. End of story.
I guess. But what a story, huh? You think anyone will believe it? Anyway, I heard from Jettison. He's recovering. He went back to Ord. He's looking for a job handling HoloNet security for the governor. Glad to know he's okay, you know? One thing to point at and say, we did some good here.
Are you forgetting the hundreds of other people we've saved?
Sure. There's always something more going on. Money or politics or something. When I was growing up, you know, good was good and bad was bad. Now, it's all these shades of gray, and even those aren't always true.